Okay, guys and gals, we're in DesignSpark. I'll square this up. I'm going to start with a construction line, but any line will do, and I'm going to make it, we'll say 50 millimeters long. Right, then a point here. Click to create a point. Right, and I'm going to put that point just 10 millimeters off the top of the line here. Right, we've got a point there. Probably can't see it, but there is a point. Anyway, we'll go to design mode. Might be able to see it better. There's a point. Now then, I'm going to rotate this point. It's a pull tool we need. Select the point. And then select the axis, when that's the axis. And down here, Revolver Helix. Right, now we've got a little list here. I'm going to just accept this 5 millimeters and make this the same height as the length of the line. So that's 50 millimeters, then the return key, click, and there we've got a spiral. Select the select tool and select the bottom end of the line, that's fine. And select the K key, and we've got a plane at right angles to the end of that line. Now you can't see this bit of the curve because it's behind the plane, but not to worry, we're going to select the cylinder. Right, now we find the end of the line and we see that it's part of the spiral. Click it, drag, click and drag up, and we get a little tube. We can see that if we press the D key for design mode. And we've got a tube. But I'm going to call this solid. Right click, rename. I'm just going to call it PEG. P-E. Next thing, select the move tool. We want to create patterns over here. Move along a trajectory. We've got to select the trajectory, which is this. Right, now at this point you should have a single arrow, blue arrow, pointing away from the spiral. So we can now grab this arrow and move up the spiral to the top. And we've now got a dimension, what it says, 100%, the count is 2, I'm going to make it big, 80. Return key and wait, don't have to wait very long. And we've got all these pegs. Now then, we see that these pegs are all at right angles to the spiral, which is exactly what we want. If we wanted them not to conform to that, we would click here, maintain orientation. We either, I'm not sure if it's to uncheck it or check it, but it's one, that's the one. You need to manipulate to change the orientation. So there we are, we've got those. So now we select again the end of the center line, and the K key once again to get a plane on it. But I'm going to move it a bit, so down here, right, this little plane here with an arrow, I select it. I'm just going to move this up 5 millimeters. There we go. So we can see, there we are. Okay, now we're going to put an annulus on top of here. Oops. And then design mode, D key for design mode. We don't need this surface here, so I'm going to delete that. Select and delete key. Pull tool selected, select that annulus. Whoop. There we go. And drag down, left key, hold the left key and drag till we've got all the pegs in. Yes. I'm going to rename this solid, rename it tube. Deselect everything. Select the combine tube. Select the target object, which is the tube. Cutter object is the pattern of all of these pegs. Right, click that and wait to see the progress bar here. It's doing its thing. You can't do much else while this is happening. See that red dot? Okay, that's done. So we'll see we've got a cursor that we don't want. So just escape key and move and it goes away. Go down to the bottom. We want to select everything from pattern right to the top, so hold the shift key. I want to keep the tube, select everything there, and then hit the delete key. There we go. H key, tube, display, color, copper. I think that's pretty good. Metallic, finish, eyeglass. And that's it. We've achieved exactly what we wanted. And I think that's a little bit easier than Fusion360. I don't know what you think, but I think it's great. And for a piece of software that's totally free, you cannot be out of pocket with that, can you? Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Hope it could be useful to you. Keep watching, keep subscribing. I'd like over 16,000 views for this.